Hiding from the government? Well, dressing like a clown might help.
Hey, did you know TYT has an app? Of course you do, you're smart, you listen to TYT. Download it right now by going to tyt.com/app. It's available in the iTunes App Store.
Facial recognition technology, it's all around you, it's all around us. Ticketmaster uses it, the FBI uses it, government, also a Spanish comedy club uses it. It's everywhere. And you might want to know, hey, Grace, how can I not be recognized? And I am here to tell you that you should get into the Insane Clown Posse. Yes, if you are a fan of the Insane Clown Posse, you might consider yourself a juggalo. You might wear makeup to reflect this. And that is a proven way to dodge facial recognition technology. So go look them up on YouTube, okay? Facial recognition works by pinpointing the areas of contrast on a human face. For instance, where a nose is located or where the chin becomes the neck. As it happens, juggalo makeup often involves applying black paint below the mouth but above the chin that makes facial recognition vulnerable to misidentifying the placement of the jaw. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, Grace, I haven't heard of any of this stuff before, and why is this even important? Like, why does facial recognition matter? Because your privacy matters, and I worry about you, okay? Facial recognition is already in broad use by law enforcement. This past week, the FBI used facial recognition to identify the man who opened fire on the offices of the Maryland newspaper Capital Gazette, killing 5 people. But use of facial recognition is largely unregulated, which is what we're seeing ourselves moving into, this age of figuring out what is the scope of facial recognition. So I am here to tell you that we all should listen to more Insane Clown Posse. Thank you, good night. Does anyone have any questions?
This is
report.
Thank you.
Yeah, facial recognition is scary, Grace, because remember we did a story about facial recognition outing LGBTQ plus people?
Oh yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah.
Facial recognition?
But we did here on Pop Sugar. We covered that. Yes, that people were trying to develop this technology that you could tell if someone was gay by facial recognition in their phones.
Which
it was
literally wouldn't work. But.
It was crazy. But it needs to be regulated because for years they've been able to. The FBI's had this technology, but what happens if it falls in the wrong hands? Case in point, with people trying to out people with facial recognition. I can't even say it, facial recognition. So that's scary to me. I don't use it on my iPhone. Nope, not the one.
I don't have the updated. I'm not cool like you, so I have the iPhone 6s.
I like the idea of like setting the facial recognition with your juggalo makeup on, and then your phone's locked and you don't have the makeup on. You're like, oh crap. Then you have to like put your face
Let me
makeup
reapply.
back on. And it's like, oh, that's you.
You know what would be interesting too is like for drag queens, if they do have like the iPhone 10 that unlocks with your face, would it adapt to be like, okay, well, there's kind of 2 of you. Like there's 2 faces that I see. Which face am I seeing today?
That's a good point.
It would be interesting, or just people in general who maybe like they work in a field where they come back and they're sweaty or they're dirty or something like that.
Yeah.
Like how your face just changes depending on your line of work, or like a chef that gets like flour on their, I don't know.
Plastic surgery.
Cartoon chefs.
Okay, now wait, I have a question about that makeup. The juggalo makeup.
Gross.
Like it's, I feel like that's just the most intense highlight and contour you can possibly do. Right? I mean,
it's not.
It's literally black and white.
Yeah,
that's the most intense
it's
highlight
just
and contour
black and
you
white.
can
It's
get.
very Dead Presidents. Y'all seen that movie? But what if you're afraid of like clowns? Like Brett, you have colorophobia.
Sure. I am afraid of the idea of, I'm not afraid of actual clowns. I'm afraid of like
Fictional clowns.
just drawings of clowns. Because, well, that's what they say is like the idea that the clown face never moves, no matter what the emotion it might be going through. That is terrifying. And that it's so exaggerated and like,
Daron was like, right. Daron was like, yes, you get me.
Great point.
Thank you.
Daron, do you think that we will get to a point where facial recognition is just par for the course, and we're like, and you look back on videos like this as they're so old-fashioned and dated? Like we accept it. Like in order to get into the office, you like stand in front of a thing and like Charlie's Angels.
Well, I think it's more common than we think.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people's phones have it now.
But I mean like commercially and like recreationally.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would think so. I mean, if it's already out there and the government's using it, who's to say that somebody's not going to invent a lock on your front door where your face has to be there? I mean, I feel like that's not too far from.
I want the retina scans. We gotta go past this to the retina scans.
Yes.
I want a retina scan.
So that it's like right up there.
It's got to be on your iris.
You'd have to pull my eyeball out of my head.
Hate that.
To get into
like in
my
the
office.
Or like when you go get an eye exam, they shoot that puff of air in your eye.
Yeah.
It's the
or
worst.
like the drops that make your eyes all blurry.
Pass.
When I see, anyways, I was thinking like the Juggalo thing, it reminds me of when we see cars out in like public and they have the applique with a bunch of like different shapes on it and you're just like, what the hell? And it's to mask what the actual curves of the new model of that car is.
Interesting.
You learned something else today.